Hey, it's Karalyn Brown here. I'm a career coach and the founder of the Straight Shortlist Challenge. Now today, I'm going to show you my exact formula that I use to help my clients create an amazing career change resume. Now I know a lot of you get stuck on this because it can be really hard to look at what you've done in the past and project that into a powerful argument to hire you in the future. I really love writing these resumes. In fact, I've written hundreds for clients. And because I'm kind, I'm going to show you the exact formula that I use to create powerful career change resumes. And then I'm going to give you 2 examples that I've worked up with clients that have helped them change their career. But before I get into showing you my exact formula, if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. And if you like this video and you want to see more like this, please subscribe. So here's the exact formula that I use to help clients create a powerful career change resume. And it's a pretty smart formula, even if I do say so myself. It's called the why formula. Your CV has to explain why. So what do I mean by why? Well, let's dive in. So the W in the why formula stands for what are your transferable skills? So you need to show your transferable skills on this resume. Now your skills are only transferable from one career to the next if A, obviously you have them, B, there's something that the employer values, and C, you enjoy applying them. Now it's really important to know when you're creating your career change CV that these skills don't necessarily have to come from your last job or your paid work. They can come from community work, they can come from side hustles, they can come from hobbies, they can come from study, they can come from your networking. So don't confine yourself just to thinking about what you've done in paid work when you're thinking about your transferable skills. Now the second part of the why formula is the H in the why. H is where you highlight your hunger for change. You want to highlight exactly what you've done to gain these transferable skills to make the career change that you want. You can get really creative in the way that you express this. So you can include things like whether you've listened to podcasts, who you've networked with, the training that you've done, have you been to meetings, have you been to workshops, anything that you've done that shows that you're committed to making this change. Now there's another H in my why formula that will help you make an amazing career change. I'm going to tell you about that at the end of the video. So now let's talk about the why in the why formula. Why do you want to make this change? You need to highlight and make it really obvious to the reader why you want to make the change. You need to spell it out. Don't leave any room for guessing. Now I'm going to show you 2 examples of where I've used the why formula to create powerful career change CVs. Now these are real life examples that have come from my clients. I've changed the detail and format to protect their privacy, but these are real life examples that have worked for my clients. First of all, I want you to meet Sally. Now Sally had been a corporate account manager who actually wanted to change her career into corporate training. Outside of her professional career, she had a real passion for self-development and personal training. She'd accepted a redundancy from her corporate account management role and started her own business. But what she found was that she really missed the team environment that you get working in a corporate role. She was worried that recruiters would actually disregard the experience that she'd gained in starting her own business. And perhaps they might question her motivation for wanting to return back into the corporate world. And Sally knew it'd be tough to crack a corporate training role without actually having that title on her resume. We needed to use the why formula to create a resume that drew upon all of her experience to create a compelling argument to hire her on the front page of her resume. So let's take a look at Sally's resume. For the W in the why formula, what are Sally's transferable skills? We were really ruthless about what we put on the front page. We didn't list all her skills, we just listed the skills that were relevant to her corporate training role. So you can see them here where we say training skills summary, delivering training, coaching and presentations, group facilitation, training program development, and so on. Now with Sally, we sat down and thought about all of her experience and what would make her unique as a trainer. So again, here are some of her transferable skills, but we've called them corporate training super strengths. She's a high impact corporate trainer and facilitator. She's energetic, confident, and skilled across multiple training contexts. She has thought leadership level training knowledge, and she's a wellbeing champion. But we haven't just said she's got those skills, we've backed it up with some evidence. So in terms of her being a high impact corporate trainer and facilitator, the evidence is that she's consistently been rated as excellent and great value when delivering to diverse clients, ranging from corporate executives, senior leaders and SMEs through to individuals. When we've said she's got thought leadership level training knowledge, we've said the evidence is that that's been recognised with frequent requests to keynote speak on best practice at conferences, with skills strengthened through networking with high performers and achieving multiple accreditations every year. So we've got her transferable skills, and then we've backed that up with evidence. So in the H part of the Y formula, highlighting her hunger for change, here's how we did that with Sally. She's shown she's hungry for change in her multiple accreditations in training, in her professional speaking, where she sought feedback as a trainer, and we've got that from her own business as well with these client testimonials, and where she's done some training volunteer work. The Y part of the formula, and remember I said you need to spell it out and make it really obvious as to why you want this change. We've explained that why in a career objective here. So it's a pitch that draws upon all of her experience to project her into her future role. So we've said, approaching everything with an abundance of energy helps me easily connect with clients to create lasting bonds. A talent that's helped me as a corporate account manager to build a loyal band of Fortune 500 and large public sector clients. A drive to help others to realize their highest potential has fueled my impact in my private coaching business, training corporate employees, volunteering as a mentor, and in my conference and keynote speaking. And the why is I'm excited to combine these passions and skills to design and deliver programs to empower others to develop and succeed, and ensure that training truly sticks so participants can apply the learning back in their workplace in a powerful way. She's looked at her existing skills and attributes that might be relevant to a training role and explained why that role appeals to her and the value that she could add with those skills. You'll also notice up the top, we've headlined her CV with corporate trainer, coach and mentor, human potential advocate. So 3 bullet points that explain Sally. So the reader is going to read the CV with that in mind. So let's meet our next career changer, Ali Jane. Now, Ali Jane had been working in WHS, Workplace Health and Safety. She actually wanted to do a career U-turn. So she'd seen a job advertised as a travel risk assessment officer. And she knew she could do this role, but the trouble was she hadn't worked in travel for about 13 years. The only actual work that she'd done that was related to travel was a little bit of business development and lead generation for a UK-based firm, and that was unpaid. Without following our Y formula, there's no way that Ali Jane would have gotten an interview because she hadn't been working in travel. What she had been doing is a lot of networking. She'd also been doing some training, listening to podcasts, and going to conferences. So what we needed to get across was the fact that she'd been doing all of this work spoke volumes about her attitude and her energy, and in fact her knowledge was actually more up to date than somebody doing the role that she was applying for. So let's have a look at how we use the Y formula to translate all of this seemingly random experience into a compelling argument to hire Ali Jane into this new role. We've put the job that she's applying for up the top of the resume, so it makes it really clear to the reader. So we looked at what was transferable from her WHS career. And there are so many tasks that you perform in a WHS role that we had to cherry pick what was relevant. So what we put here is one of the biggest benefits from her WHS career. And we say it here. My recent role as a WHS manager means that I can ensure travel adheres to policy and broader regulatory requirements. Now, one of the biggest things that you need in travel risk management is an awareness of the current environment for each country. So you really need to show that you're energetically keeping up to date with what's happening in the world and in best practice in risk assessment and management. So what we did with Ali, in terms of highlighting her current transferable skills, is we spelled out almost everything that she was doing to maintain that currency of knowledge. Networking with experts in travel risk management, listening to travel and risk management podcasts, living, working and traveling across the globe, And we listed Ali Jane's recent travel and risk management accreditations. In terms of other transferable skills, we've listed those under her key achievements. Prevented numerous incidents, delivered immediate risk mitigation or prevention action and efficient emergency travel arrangements, and led critical risk assessments. In terms of the H part of the Y formula, we can see that Ali Jane's front page shows her self-awareness and how she's positioning herself to be the perfect candidate. So we've shown that she's immersed herself in networking, listening to podcasts, in the training that she's done, and in her volunteer work down here as a lead generator for travel safety education. So all of this showcases her hunger for change pretty clearly. And for the why, Ali Jane made her pitch here. You could say I was born with a passport in my hands. Growing up, I lived in Indonesia, Malaysia and Hong Kong, and I've travelled overseas most years ever since. My lived experience and having organised emergency travel or evacuations in my earlier corporate travel career gives me intimate insight into risks associated with different destinations. While my recent role as a WH risk manager means I can ensure travel adheres to policy and broader regulatory requirements. Now, networking with global risk management leaders, attending conferences and providing insights into new travel risk management accreditation standards has helped me stay ahead of the curve to bring a rare currency of best practice insights into my new travel risk management career. So there you have it. I hope you can see that you can be as creative as you like in putting together these resumes. You can also see that the format of these resumes is creative as well. I've deliberately used images to make these stand out and make these be memorable. Now you also see that all of the important information about Sally and Ali Jane is on the front page. It's designed to pass that 10-second scan test. So the recruiter only needs to read the front page before making a decision. Now, another really important thing to remember about this CV is that it's not text-based. It's got tables and it's got images. So these CVs are designed more for networking than to pass through an ATS. Which brings me to the secret H in the Y formula, which is H for hustle. Now, to make a career change faster, you'll actually need to hustle to make it happen. Sally was able to change from corporate account manager to corporate trainer because she hustled with the resume. She actually rang the recruiter when she saw a job advertised and won them over with one of her big selling points, which was her amazing energy and personality. She told the recruiter exactly how excited she was to make that career change and that she developed this resume specifically to highlight what she could bring. And that made them look at her differently and ask to see her CV. Now, Ali Jane's hustle was about networking, and she did this really smartly. She networked with a lot of people in travel, and that helped her better understand travel risk management. She also networked with suppliers, so people that she would use if she was in a travel risk assessment role. So trainers, travel agencies, and technology suppliers. This put her way ahead of people that were doing the role, and as you know, we put all of that information on her CV. Okay, so I hope you found this video to be insanely useful and given you some ideas about what you can put on your career change resume. If you'd like a copy of these CVs, I've put a link in the description below. Now, if you're looking at these CVs and thinking you'd love some help in making your own career change, I've got 2 ways I can help. We can sit down together and work out exactly what to put on your career change CV. Or you can do my Straight to Shortlist challenge, which teaches you how to network your way to make that career change. I've put a link in the description below, so you can book a call with me to find out more. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it the thumbs up. If you like this video and you want to see more of it, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.